పశ్చిమాసియాలో ఉద్రిక్తతలు తగ్గించేందుకు శాంతి స్థాపనకు భారత్ కీలక పాత్ర పోషించగలదని ఇరాన్ విదేశాంగ మంత్రి అబ్బాస్ ఆర్భాగ్జీ అన్నారు. ఈ ప్రాంతంలో శాంతి నెలకొనేందుకు ద్వైపాక్షిక దౌత్యపరమైన చర్చలు మాత్రమే మార్గమని అబ్బాస్ అభిప్రాయపడ్డారు. బ్రిక్స్ సదస్సులో భాగంగా ఇరాన్ విదేశాంగ మంత్రి అబ్బాస్ ఆర్భాగ్జీ ప్రస్తుతం ఇండియాలో పర్యటిస్తున్నారు. ఈ సందర్భంగా న్యూఢిల్లీలో జరిగిన మీడియా సమావేశంలో ఆయన మాట్లాడారు. ప్రస్తుత యుద్ధాన్ని ముగించేందుకు ఇండియా ఎలాంటి నిర్మాణాత్మక ప్రతిపాదనతో వచ్చినా స్వాగతిస్తామని ఆయన ప్రకటించారు. ప్రాంతీయ శాంతి భద్రతలను ప్రభావితం చేసే శక్తి ఇండియాకు ఉందని ఆయన తెలిపారు.
And also, sir, the second part, what is the status of Chabahar Port? Is there any talks on that?
Well, Chabahar Port is one of the symbols of cooperation between Iran and India. And we are so glad that Indians played an important role in the development of that port. It is now somehow, slowed down because of the US sanctions, but I am confident that this port would be like a golden gate for India to access Central Asia, the Caucasus, and then Europe through this transit route, and also for Europeans, Central Asians, and others to access Indian Ocean. It is a very strategic port, important for both us and India and many other countries. So I hope that Indians would continue their work in Chabahar port, so it would be fully developed at the service of the interests of India and other countries around. I think India, with its good reputation, can play a greater role in this region to help diplomacy, to help peace, and to promote peace and security. India is a friend to all countries in the Persian Gulf, in north of this Gulf, and in the southern part of that. So we appreciate any positive, constructive role played by India in this region.
Mr. Aragachi, this is Manas. I work for PTI, Press Trust of India. It's a newswire of India. Thank you for doing this. The conflict has triggered large-scale economic disruptions globally. And as things stand today, are you hopeful of a negotiated settlement, or is there a possibility of the conflict prolonging and also a kind of risk of resumption of military hostilities between two sides?
Well, both possibilities are there. First of all, this is not our war. We have not initiated this war. It was started by Americans and Israelis. That was an act of aggression. And what we are doing and what we did actually was the act of self-defense. So all consequences for the international economy, at the regional level, international level, is not our fault. This is the result of aggression by Americans. Well, as I said, the chance for having a diplomatic settlement or going back to a full-scale war is there. I cannot say half and half. As a diplomat, I am optimistic that the diplomatic solution can prevail, but we shouldn't ignore the possibility of going back to a full-scale war. We, as the Islamic Republic of Iran, are prepared for both scenarios. We are prepared to go back to fighting, and we know how to defend ourselves, and we proved that in these 40 days of war, and we are also ready for diplomacy and a diplomatic solution, and we are also know what we want and what we can do and what we can achieve.
If may I ask one supplementary question in this? President Trump has said that he is running out of patience. So what would be your reply?
Well, this is not my fault that he is running out of patience. He has to answer. this is not a question of patient or not. We are dealing with a serious question. This is a question of war and peace. So if they want to negotiate a solution, they have to be patient because it needs complicated, detailed negotiations in order to come to a just, full solution. If they want to go back to war, it's up to them. They have tested us, they can test us again, but the result would not be any different.